Hey guys, welcome back to my third video that I'm filming tonight. Uh, got a stack of some Charlton horror stuff, and I got some Silver Age to go through. So, without further ado, we'll get started. Uh, got some Charlton horror here. Okay, first off, we have Ghost Manor number 50. This is a great story. I think the name of the story is Teddy or Ted. But you have like a little childhood friend come to life there. It's a little cool book. Ghost Manor 52. Steve Ditko cover. And usually it's the same handful of guys that do this stuff. I mean, you'll have Steve Ditko and Tom Sutton, Joe Staten, Pat Boyette, Nicholas Asasia. It's just probably 2 to 3 stories, sometimes 4 stories per issue. But I think, I know we have a lot of Charlton fans out there, and I'm one of them, obviously. But I think back in the 70s and the 60s, when Charlton was putting out this stuff, they were sort of really referred to as like the bastard stepchild of the comic industry. And I think they really got a bad rap because there's some cool stuff in here. And I really enjoy it anyway. Okay, Ghost Manor, number 54, another great Steve Ditko cover. And I've read a lot of articles that said the stuff that Ditko did for Charlton wasn't some of his best. And to some extent that might be true. But there are some of these books that his art is like outstanding, and this especially kind of harkens back to the days that he was doing all the monster stuff for Marvel and Atlas back in the early '60s. So for you fans of Steve Ditko and that kind of artwork, I would seek this book out. Ghost Manor number 54. Okay, Ghost Manor number 60. Nice copy. Looks like another Ditko cover. Ghost Manor number 61. This is probably another one of those books. Anytime I see one for a deal or find I can upgrade, this probably makes like the 3rd or 4th copy of this I picked up. But Ghost Manor number 61 with a great Tom Sutton cover. And Sutton, he's one of those guys when they have these scenes where the crowd is running from the monster or whatever villain. He kind of does the same thing Gil Kane did back in the '70s with the upturned nose deal. Everybody's running from the monster. But I just love this cover. And like I said, this is probably the 4th copy I bought of this. I don't know why, but it's just one of those books. And Ghost Manor number 2. Another great Ditko cover. Guess this is the early Bronze Age, 20-cent cover. And, Scary Tales number 29. Book-length story by one of my favorites, Tom Sutton. And just throw you a curve here. We have Peter Cannon Thunderbolt, number 3 from Silver Age, by the artist known as Pam, Pete A. Morrissey. He's one of these characters like, I guess like the Golden Age Flash, like Jay Garrick. The costume is simple, but it just kind of, jumps out at you for that reason. And the stories are really cool too, for anybody that's interested in picking some of these up. I've got more interested in the last few years, but it's a pretty decent copy, probably a VGF. But a really nice cover, cool colors. Okay, got some Avengers. Number 79. I think it's the first appearance of the Lethal Legion, maybe. Great John Buscema cover. And I'll admit I wasn't a big John Buscema fan up until maybe 10 or 15 years ago, but I really have got a greater appreciation for the guy's artwork because the guy can draw comics. Another Buscema cover, number 70. I think this might be one of the first appearances, if not the first appearance, of Squadron Sinister, who I love. I love these characters, this Squadron Sinister and the Squadron Supreme. And all this is just Marvel doing a takeoff on DC's The Justice League. So for that reason, which I'm a huge Justice League fan, also anything with a Squadron in it, either Sinister or Supreme, I'll pick it up. A really cool cover. Okay, Avenger 61. I think this is, I guess, starring Black Panther and Doctor Strange. And no, I was never a fan of that costume with the mask over the face and all that. And I was like, basically, that took away like the look of Doctor Strange. Didn't like the costume. I love Doctor Strange as a character, but I'm glad they did away with that before too long. This is a nice copy, probably a fine plus maybe. Number 61. Okay, got some DC War. Our Army at War number 239. A beautiful copy of a Joe Kubert cover. Very few defects in this one. Maybe one little crinkle at the top there, but the rest of it, I wouldn't say perfect, but close to it. Really nice book. 48 pages for 25 cents. Kubert, I think Russ Heath maybe does a story in here. Another great Joe Kubert cover, Army at War 233. 15-cent cover, another high-grade book. Gotta love Kubert. Okay, there's another nice book, Daredevil number 51. And this actually has Barry Windsor Smith art in it, or just Barry Smith as he referred to himself back then. And this is, I want to be able to show this, and this has got some beautiful artwork in it. You can kind of tell he was trying to ape, kind of mimic Kirby, which I think that was the decision that the editors and Stan Lee passed down, is just look at Kirby stuff and draw like that. And you can tell it kind of looks like Kirby in a way, maybe with a lot more detail. Some of the panel layouts are a little bit different, but just beautiful artwork. Of course, everybody knows what Smith did on Conan and a lot of other stuff. And to me, this is one of my favorite things about the old Silver Age books, is the ads for the upcoming issues. There you have Silver Surfer number 5, I think. Marvel Collector's Items Classics, and all the stuff for sale. Let me try to find. Yeah, just some great panels. I think Windsor Smith did a couple of issues of Avengers, maybe. But great stuff. This is one of those books, like, you did some, there's a serious Kirby Dots effect. This is one of those books that I'm going to love going through, because to me, like, every panel is like a composition on its own, just great looking stuff. So, Daredevil 51. Okay, last story I got here, have some Superboy. Some beautiful Neil Adams covers. These are pretty high grade actually. Superboy 166. Neil Adams cover. I think that one I did not have, and this one I didn't have, number 167 with Super Baby, no less. Most of the interiors in these were done by Bob Brown and Murphy Anderson. And I think later on in Superboy started having a Legion of Superheroes backup feature. That's a cool cover by Adams. This is one that I did have. I think I've got a couple copies of it, but it's another one of those, it's a great cover, great composition. Number 168, Superboy, Neil Adams. Okay, guys, that's all I got for this one. I tried to not to make this one as long as the other two, but glad you stuck around. Appreciate you guys, and hopefully I will see you soon. Maybe another day off. Onward and upward.